This is day 7 of my Uganda safari, and I'm on my way to Bwindi Impenetrable Forest, which is 321 square kilometers of national park and home to the mountain gorilla. So I'm really hoping that I get to see them in their natural habitat. It's very exciting, and the scenery's changing, the climate's getting cooler, and I'm getting higher into the mountains. So come with me as I try and find the mountain gorilla. So this is my guide and ranger for today, Alicia Custom. So what do you think our chances are of seeing the gorillas in the forest?
Well, the chance of seeing gorillas is 50%. Reason being, we don't have appointment with them. We are just visiting them. Remember, there's no tracking device within them. The family we are tracking today, it is still under habituation, under training to get used to human.
So am I part of the training then today?
So you are part of the training. You are going to participate in this activity to train them, to habituate them, to tame them, to get used to human, to get human as a friend.
And is that so you can research them and follow their behavior and understand them better?
Yes. The more time you stay with them, the more you study their behaviors, how they behave, how they conduct themselves, and the more we stay with them in their natural habitat, the more they get used to human.
And the money that you pay for the permits, that goes towards their conservation, is that correct?
Yes, it goes to the conservation, and it also helps in improving the livelihood of the local communities and also improving the social services within the country.
Fantastic. Right, let's go and see if we can find some gorillas. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, here we go. Good.
So this is where my gorilla trekking starts. I'm in the Bwindi forest and I'm currently about 1,800 meters above sea level. We've sent the guides ahead to look for signs of the gorillas, but hopefully we will see them. There are only 1,063 gorillas left on the planet. Imagine that, that is absolutely devastating. But the good news is numbers are increasing. So our chances of seeing them are even better, which is great, and I can't wait. This is real bucket list stuff, so come with me. It's an extremely steep and physical climb into the mountains to meet the gorillas, so you must be prepared for an intensive trek. Be sure-footed and determined to make your way through the dense jungle flora. So we know we're on the right route because we found one of the gorillas' favourite fruits, which is Carapa grandiflora, and they love this. It's a bit like avocado for us, although I don't think I'd want to eat it. So hopefully we will find one of the 21 troops that live in the impenetrable Bwindi forest. So we'll keep going and keep searching. So we've come across gorilla poo, which is fantastic, and it's really fresh. So it shows that we're on the right track, tracking the family in the forest. So let's go. It wasn't long before we saw twitching in the bushes and conclusive signs that the gorillas were merely meters ahead of us. Seeing gorillas in the wild in their natural habitat is something I've wanted to do my entire adult life. Ever since watching the movie Gorillas in the Mist, I've been enamored with this great ape, and to finally see them for the very first time through the bushes was a moment I will never forget. And it wasn't long before the reality of being amongst wild animals was brought home as the silverback made his dominant presence known. We continued to keep our distance from the gorillas until they became comfortable with our presence. Only then could we make our way into the forest clearing where they were feeding and resting. This is the Bwindi group, and there are 459 gorillas in Uganda out of the 1,063 that are left on the planet. So they do have a fair share, which is great, and so amazing to be able to get up close and personal with them. This is Kawarata. He's the silverback of the group, and he's responsible for looking after them all. He's absolutely beautiful. They will spend half their day foraging for food, but right now they're just resting and taking their time, which is fantastic for us because we get to take some footage and some pictures. But wow, he is a spectacular specimen. I'm very lucky indeed. This is definitely bucket list stuff. This group of gorillas is named after the area from which they originated and is made up of 10 members. 1 silverback, the boss, 1 blackback subadult male, 5 females and 3 juveniles. Blackbacks are young adult males between 8 and 12 years of age. Then from 12 to 14 years old, they develop a silver section of hair over their lower back and hips, earning them the name silverbacks. There can be multiple silverbacks within a troop, but there is usually one male that dominates over all the gorillas, except in the very rare instance of a matriarch-led troop. It's amazing to be so close to these creatures in the wild. They are just meters away. That's a huge blackback sub-adult male, and he could rip me apart, and he's right there. The main threats to these gorillas now are humans through civil war, conflict, also poaching. Numbers have been decimated in the past, but disease is also rife, and babies below 2 years, their life is really in the balance as to whether they're going to make it. Once they get past 2 years, then things look a little brighter, but lots of diseases can affect them. Parasites like Cryptosporidium, Microsporidia, and respiratory diseases like COVID-19. We can also transmit that to great apes, as we are also great apes and we share 98% of our DNA with these creatures. The rangers make a noise like which is calming the gorillas and reassuring them that our presence is not threatening in any way. He looks pretty relaxed. I mean, this is real life stuff. Gorillas in the Mist, which was based on Dian Fossey and her 18-year career of documenting the behavior of these creatures. But this is the real thing. This isn't a movie, and it's really spectacular for me to be able to live the real thing rather than making Planet of the Apes like I do and all the other science fiction stuff. But this is the real deal. And Dian Fossey was instrumental in implementing the first conservation step by implementing foot patrols to keep these gorillas safe. So we owe her a great deal of gratitude for that. This fully grown silverback male probably weighs between 200 and 250 kilograms. And he's busy feeding, having his lunch in the forest. But I cannot believe I'm just meters away from this majestic beast. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Spending time with these great apes in their natural habitat and observing and learning about the gorillas was truly inspiring. One of the most fascinating facts I learnt was that scientists use gorilla noses to help tell them apart. Like the human fingerprint, each mountain gorilla nose print is unique to that individual. Grooming is an excellent way for gorillas to clean themselves and others in the troop. It is also a way to form and strengthen social bonds between individuals in primate societies. It was wonderful to be able to observe natural gorilla behavior in the wild, and it certainly supports the concept of habituation in order to be able to research and study these great apes at close quarters to help understand their needs and behavior to secure them a future on our planet, and hopefully assist in the regeneration of their population growth. The Uganda Wildlife Authority provides education programs to highlight the importance of these mountain gorillas and encourages local communities to support gorilla conservation, with 20% of the entrance fee going directly back into the community. Ecotourism and research have been widely promoted as a means of providing alternative value for apes and their habitats. There is strong evidence that research presence has had a positive effect in suppressing poaching around research sites. However, close contact between humans and habituated apes during tourism and research have raised concerns of disease transmission risks. These observations illustrate the challenge of maximizing the benefit of research and tourism to great apes while minimizing the negative side effects.
Well, Alicia, that was incredible. I can't believe that we got so close to the gorillas, and to watch them in their natural habitat was a real privilege. Were we lucky today?
Today we have been very lucky. Reason being, we got them while they are resting. Sometimes when you follow them, you can end the whole 4 hours following them. You don't take chance of taking pictures. Sometimes you can get them upstairs in the trees. Sometimes they keep moving, but today we have been very lucky. The weather has been very perfect.
Oh, yeah.
No rainfall. We got them very clearly and in high open vegetation. So they were very cool. So you have been very lucky today.
Thank you. Well, it was your expert tracking that found them, but at one point they did go into the forest, didn't they?
Yeah.
And we had to hike for quite some time and we just couldn't find them. So if that had been the case when we first arrived, we may never have seen them or just caught a glimpse of them. So we were so lucky. They were right out in the open.
Very lucky. That's why I told you, whenever you visit Africa and you don't visit the Pearl of Africa to see gorillas, you will have not visited Uganda or the Pearl of Africa.
Well,
so you have been very lucky today, and I think you are born lucky.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Team Gorilla.
Thank you so much. Tell me the message you are taking at home.
When I get home, I'm going to tell everyone about it.
Okay.
And get them to come to Uganda and do the gorilla tracking.
Please, please.
I will do.
Friends come and see gorillas. And today, I am appointing you as our gorilla ambassador.
Oh, thank you very much.
Come to Uganda and share with them experiences, show them the pictures and the videos.
Because these experiences, they do change people's perceptions of the wildlife, and these up close and personal experiences will change their perception, and they then go on to learn about these animals, love these animals, figure out what the problems are facing these creatures on the ground, and then we can take action. All together we can make the world a better place, right?
And even yourself, this shouldn't be your last time. Come back again. Sometimes people say it's the once in lifetimes. It can't be once in a lifetime. You can see them 100 times. For me, I have stayed with gorillas for 10 years with gorillas.
10 years, okay.
So, and I love staying with them, and this is my office, as you can see. How beautiful it is.
This is the best office in the world. You have the best job in the world.
And this is my laptop. Yeah. You can see how it looks like. Yeah.
Very unusual laptop.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Thank you for a great trip.
Please take them at home.
Thank you.
It has been a very good day with you, and thank you for being a strongest conservationist.
Thank you very much.